There has been an upsurge of non-Jamaicans posting Jamaican content on YouTube and on other social platforms. And there are people asking, why are they posting all of these information about Jamaica, and why are they saying some of the things that they're saying? So today we're going to look at examining why is it that they would be so intrigued to post content about Jamaica, or even want to appear to be Jamaicans. Let's examine this a little bit further.
Family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Let's talk little on this country. This is Jamaica flag. Guys, before now, Jamaica people have been traveling, but this year, this year, we get to find out that we have a lot of YouTubers that we know in our Kenya community, Ghana community, and even Nigeria community that have traveled to Jamaica. You understand? And we are wondering what has been happening. What is it there that these people are going there for? And I found out that Jamaica is trending for good reason. Yes, it's good. When you find out that your country is trending for good reason. Now I found out that a lot of YouTubers, once they travel to Jamaica, we see that they have more content. They explore more, their lifestyle change. And even if they are YouTubers, if they are content creators, we see that they get a lot of views, they get a lot of subscribers and all that.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself. Whether you're there yard or you're there abroad, welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Now on this episode, we're going to be looking at why is it that people want to be Jamaican. And we are seeing an influx of videos and content being created and posted about Jamaica on different social platforms. There are people who are coming to Jamaica to curate content, and there are people who are using clips and bits of other Jamaican content creators' content that they have online and using it to create their own content around it. And it is getting to the place where some of these content that are being created aren't even genuine images of Jamaica or events happening in Jamaica, to the point where one of the videos that I've seen recently has posted someone with a Bayesian accent, and they claim that it was the Jamaican Prime Minister who was speaking. And so it begs the question, what is it about Jamaica? Why these people want to be posting content about Jamaica in the way that they are doing? Because there are several of them, and people are asking, why is it that some of these content creators are saying that there are crises happening in Jamaica? And we want to get to a place where we understand what is this phenomenon about Jamaica. Now, there is no hiding the fact that Jamaica has a reputation that precedes it. There have been so many people who have gone ahead to ensure that they did their part to put Jamaica on the map. And when we talk about people who are in reggae music, or other influential people who were freedom fighters, and as well as or athletes who have gone out there and represented Jamaica in their very best and finest form. Jamaica is a little country, but with Talawa on the grand scheme of the global marketplace. And therefore, people are intrigued and want to be part of what Jamaica represents in their minds. So we have had forerunner like Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Bob Marley, and lots of different athletes who have gone out there and showcased Jamaica in such a phenomenal way, to the point that a documentary, or several documentaries in fact, have been done on Jamaica in terms of the sprint factory that they claim that Jamaica is. And of course, we all know about the fact that Jamaica, who does not have snow, have been entering the Winter Olympics for bobsleigh for a significant number of decades now. So Jamaica has had an opportunity in every scope that they can find to put their mark on the world, large and wide. Some people have used the word crisis to describe what they are hearing on some of these platforms. And so we do know that there are some negativity that we hear about Jamaica, but a lot of the forerunner and the people who are still bringing that torch for Jamaica are representing Jamaica in a way that is impactful, positive, uplifting, and that showcases Jamaica in a way that is a giant for the size we are and the population of the that we are on the island. So it is important that we have an understanding of some of the reasons people are going out there and representing Jamaica on these different platforms in lots of different ways. And some of the representation might not please us because, of course, we want people to see Jamaica in a good light because we are caring to represent Jamaica in that way. However, some of the people who are posting about Jamaica are making it their duty to not post things that reflect Jamaica in a positive way. It's just easy to pick out your phone and just video something that is so disgraceful and shameful that some people are using that as their means to represent Jamaica. And in so doing, they're giving these people the right to therefore represent Jamaica in this same way when people use their clips. So we're going to look at a few of the reasons Jamaica has become such a phenomenon in the minds of many who lives outside of Jamaica.
The first person that I saw in Jamaica was Aya Marwa, the big YouTuber from Kenya. That was the first guy I saw in Jamaica, and that is when I got to learn about Jamaica itself. Otherwise, I'd not like developed this interest in watching Jamaican videos and all that. I always just had the music and all that, play the music from Jamaica, the reggae, and just that. But I wasn't this into watching Jamaican actually content or Jamaican videos. So after Marwa visited Jamaica, that is when I got to learn about Jamaica. And then after Marwa, the sister went there, who is Dim Wango. She went there, she visited Jamaica and stayed for quite some time, which was about 2 months, and she is back right now again. Why is she back there? Why do these people love Jamaica? And when they visit, they will go there and stay a little bit longer, like they will overstay compared to other countries where they always travel to. And then after Dim Wango, there were other YouTubers who also visited, who includes African Tigress. She was the one who came after Dim Wango, I guess. And then there is the couples from Ghana, Wademaya and Miss Trudy. So they all went there.
We're going to look at 5 reasons that Jamaica, in name or flag, is on so many thumbnails, and there are so many Jamaican content being produced by people, whether they're from Jamaica or not, whether they have Jamaica heritage or not. So let's just explore. So number 1 is sensationalization. Now, what people are being attracted to these days is things that are click and watch. And so they're looking for baits that they can use to hook people in. And they've recognized that sensationalization is one of those ways to go. And so people are making content that talks about things about Jamaica that sensationalizes the masses.
So I'm trying to ask some people, like, what do you think about Jamaican? Yeah, like even the country, the people, everything, anything you can say.
Yeah, Jamaica is I think Jamaica is a name which is a good.
Yeah.
People that have been there, they are good.
Oh.
Yes,
So
and I myself, I like whether I can go there.
Wow.
Yes.
Even me, I feel like, oh, I can't wait to go there. Oh my God. So, do you know anyone from there or?
No, I don't know anyone from there, Jamaica.
You just like it. You love
yeah,
them.
I like
Hey.
that place.
Oh, so are you planning maybe to go there if you get anywhere?
Yes,
So you will
yes.
go.
If I get support, then we'll go.
Today, I want us to discuss or talk about some of the characteristics of Jamaicans. And when I say characteristics of Jamaicans, I don't necessarily mean that all of them, but these are character traits that are exhibited by majority or manifested. Because I know that Jamaicans are very famous people, and Jamaica as a country is a very famous country, and you are most likely to meet them. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take you through some of the characters that Jamaicans exhibit. So number 1, Jamaicans are food-oriented. And when I say food-oriented, we are going to agree that Jamaican food is very famous, and locals love it, tourists love it. In fact, there are people who mainly visit Jamaica just to have a taste of the food. What is this food that is being talked about? Why is the food highly ranked?
For those people who are new, this is my construction site. I can call it where I'm building my house, and this is a 2-bedroom house. And this house, I call it Stony Hill House because I give it the name from Jamaica, and you know, as Stony Hill, it is a beautiful place from Jamaica. And I decided to name this house as Stony Hill because of the love and support that you Jamaicans and Caribbean people, you have shown some much love and support towards me. That's why you can see we are building this house. It is a Stony Hill house, a 2-bedroom house, guys. You can see.
Now, I'm sharing this emotional video of this young child. He decides to share hope with all of us, hope with the Jamaicans who are almost giving up, and hope to the Jamaican government. And he has a special message to the people of Jamaica and its government. So let's take our time, watch it, then have a close discussion at the end of it. Thank you so much.
Jamaican trader, let me tell you, some people out there are very jealous of the special gift that God gave you. God gives everybody a gift, but it's how you use it. It's how you maintain it. If you use it the right way, nothing happens. If you use it the bad way, something will happen. But of course, you're gonna have jealous ones, but don't let them dim your light. And I'm gonna say this. We all have our struggle. Yes, people. We all have our fights. But no one is ever going to dim your life. Don't let no one dim your lives. And I will never let no one dim our lives.
And oftentimes, those things that they're talking about are not things that are productive or contributing to the upliftment of Jamaica. In fact, it's doing quite the opposite. It's degrading and it's demeaning, and it takes away and detract from what the Jamaica is that majority of Jamaicans living on the island would want to curate and present about the country. So when you see some of these videos and they talk about some of the things, they are not things that are necessarily explored in depth. They see something and it's trending, and so they also want to talk about those things that are trending because they want to ride the wave of the trends. So those are some of the reasons we see some of those content that we see, and that rings an alarm in the minds of many to think that there is some crisis happening that we need to focus on. Of course, society, wherever you are, is degenerating, and as such, Jamaica is not immune from that. Jamaica watches a lot of content that comes from North America, and so some of the things that happens there will also be things that will be evidently happening in Jamaica. However, a lot of the content that is being used online are being used because it sensationalizes the masses, and therefore it garners lots of watch hours or lots of clicks and watch for those people who are curating those content and using them to share. It would be great if they recognize that they are in turn doing damage to the country, because Jamaica is a place where people want to visit to curate lots of different experiences in lots of different ways, and this sensationalization can have a negative impact on Jamaica. Jamaica is a country that makes a lot of its GDP from tourism, and therefore it should be something that we take in mind to know that even if we are not working in that industry, a lot of the income, the revenue of the country is garnered from that field, and therefore we should be mindful of the things that we're sharing about the country, especially when we know that it is just something that happens in one scenario or in just a cluster of communities, and it does not in any way represent the grand, broader country and the people within the country. And so people who are putting up these content that these curators are then using, who are Jamaicans, should take this into consideration when they're posting.
Please, my sister, let us know what's going on in Jamaica, because it seems everybody, when they come to your country, that everything's become magic. I've seen recent YouTubers, all of them traveling to Jamaica. Sometimes now we're starting to ask ourselves, what's really going on? Why are all these YouTubers, big YouTubers and small YouTubers, are traveling to Jamaica? Beside music, we know reggae here in South Africa. To be honest, guys, reggae, there was a point where reggae was one of the best music that we listen to. The dance, though we dance a bit different, but I promise you guys, I'm going to show you in one of these videos how South African dance. But if you go Google Real Marcos, I saw him did a video about Jamaica. Guys, I don't want to lie, the numbers are tagging. We call it tagging. It means the numbers are just multiplying. Then the other thing is the hair, guys, the Rastafarian hair. Here in South Africa, I don't want to lie to Rasta. There was a point where being a Rasta, it was just in fashion. Even when you're not a Rasta, like for example, like myself, I've been called the Rasta man everywhere I go.
As the Jamaican motto says, out of many, one people. Now, the second thing why people come is the culture. And the culture that we have in Jamaica is a blend and a melting pot of all of the different groups of people who have called this country home over the last centuries. And as they come together in a unified society, we have developed this rich culture that we share with the world, and that the world is intrigued by, and that it fascinates them, and they want to be a part of it. They like the vibrancy, the tenacity of the people, and they like the charisma that they see from the people, and the popularity of the people that goes abroad from people who've come and visited, because they feel so welcomed when they come to Jamaica, and they don't feel like they are being judged or being castigated when they come here. So they appreciate the type of environment that they are in when they come to Jamaica, and that culture is something that they're seeking to partake in and to be a part of. The Jamaican music has impacted music industry in so many different countries and so many different genres. So the reggae music or the dancehall music is one that has gone far and wide. Bob Marley has started, and so many others, Buju Banton, and so many other of our performers in the entertainment industry has been able to continue a legacy of Jamaican music, and the dancing culture in Jamaica, where of the different competitions and all of these different phenomena that happen in the entertainment industry, means that a lot of people have been hearing about Jamaica in different ways and forms, and they are keen and interested to come to Jamaica just to get an experience of what this all presents and how they see it from where they are coming from, because it adds to their joy, their happiness, and they want to be part of that and immerse themselves in it on the island, or as uniquely and genuinely as they can get. The Jamaican food, oh, people are so intrigued and fascinated by the food that Jamaicans have, whether it's or rice and peas or oxtail or curry goat or rundown or cow foot, whatever it is, fish and bami, the desserts, sweet potato pudding, and or fruit cake, among so many other things, and our beverages that we have. The Jamaican food is such a rich tapestry of the legacy of the different ethnic groups that have called Jamaica home, and so they have become a melting pot of tantalizing taste on the taste buds, that people want to come and experience the authentic cooking on the island, because they have been exposed to some of it in the countries that they're coming from, and they know that if it tastes that good in an environment where they have to adapt it to suit the taste buds of the people there, then how much more would it be delightful to taste it if they were on the island. So a lot of people come here for that. Now, the other reason people want to become a part of Jamaica or be noted as Jamaicans in one way or form, or be connected to Jamaica, is because of its language. Yes, Patois is recognized as a language by people who speak it, whether they are people who are from other countries also, who are used to speaking a plethora of languages around them. They recognize that Patois has a construct of a language, and though it might not be taught in schools in Jamaica, and sometimes people look down their noses at you if they hear you speaking it, and tend to think or associate you with not being well educated, because they're still carrying that negative stereotype of from the colonial period into today. Patois is still something that people are interested to hear, the way in which we say the terms that we say, and the unique meanings of the Patois words. It makes people want to come and explore Jamaica and know more. They just want to hear it because it's such an interesting thing for them. And people who are in love with languages and who accept the fact that there are lots of different languages, and that the language you speak has nothing to do with your intellect, it's just the fact that those are the languages you speak, are people who like to be exposed to different languages, and so they like Patois as one of those.
The campaign for Jamaicans here in Kenya will never stop. It will not. We are not going to relent. We are not going to stop until the day we'll have 45 tribe. The 45th tribe in Kenya will be Jamaicans. Leave people business alone. Admiral Tibet. Very nice music. And of course, I was fortunate enough to go and meet some of the Kenyans to see if they know what Jamaican Patois, if they know Jamaican Patois. And I will wish if the government will introduce Jamaican Patois. It is time for the government. It is time for the government to introduce Jamaican Patois in Kenyan curriculum system.
And it's a concern that this Patois that my grandparents spoke and their parents before them spoke for decades might not even be something that is present anymore in Jamaica in the next generation or two. And the reason for that is because of the attitude to Patois on the island. And it would be good if Patois was curated and resurrected like the Welsh people did with their language, and like the Irish and the Scottish have done with their language, to make sure that they've resurrected it and is using it so that it is being perpetually passed on in generations. And part of what they did when they resurrected it was to ensure that it's being taught in schools, because if it's been taught in schools and accepted and welcomed as a language of the intellect, then of course it's something that's going to be more spoken. Now that we've gone through those 5 things as to why people want to be a part of Jamaica or want to become Jamaicans, it's important that we remember that Jamaica is a brand. Okay, while some people on the island may not notice it, people far and wide do, and they appreciate the brand that Jamaica is. And it's important that we start to recognize that for brands to excel and to do well, it's important how they are represented. And if we are representing brands and marketing brands with excellence, then it means that those brands are going to be brands that thrive and excel. So in all of our representation of Jamaica, let's ensure that Jamaica is benefiting positively in the same way that the people who are representing it and using it on the different platforms will also be benefiting, because brand Jamaica is something that every Jamaican need to ensure that they're preserving and adding to its advancement in the most productive way possible.
These are the reasons why you should not come to Jamaica. The food is too deadly and delicious to consume. You can all die of the happiness of eating it. Do you want that to happen? The music will all put you into a beat to want to rock and roll to the song. The view, it's so hypnotizing. Do you want to be hypnotized? The forests, they're so mesmerizing. The sky, you won't be able to look away. Everything about it, you cannot even believe the views. Do you want to be put into a hypnotized state? The beaches, they're so beautiful. Do you want to see anything more beautiful than you? I did not think so. That's why you should not come to Jamaica. The Jamaican family. We're Irish, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Thank you for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Bye for now, and we will see you in the next one.